everyone, welcome back to DIZHA House of Fashion. Today's episode is going to be based on how to cut a 3/4 dress with a puff sleeve, and it has a smoking over around the sleeve also. So I'll be using this fabric to cut it out. This is 4 yards of this fabric. It has this the front and this is the back. So the first thing I'll be doing here is to fold this into 4 places. So I'll be starting the cutting from the body. So let me fold it into 2 first, then into 4. So now this is into 2, then into 4, like a triangle. You can see? So now this is into 4. The next thing I'll be doing here is to take the measurement. The full measurement I'll be using here is 44 inches. The bust is 13. So the 13 I'll be using, that means 13 in 4 places. So the shoulder is going to be 8. The armhole is also going to be 8. So let me start with the measurement. So let me see where I can get 8 here. Yes, I can get 8 from here. So this is my 8 inches. Then from this 8 inches, now I'm going to rule it. Then the next thing to do is the armhole. 8 inches down for the armhole. So the bust measurement, like I said, is 13 inches. So here, this is 13 inches. The 13 is comprised of the seam allowance. So the next thing here is the length. The full length I'll be using here, I said 44 inches. So this is my 44 inches with the seam allowance. It's 44 inches. (44 inches). (44 inches). 44 inches. So the next thing I mean here is to connect the lines together. So this is the connection of the lines. So the next thing that I mean here is to cut it out. This type of style doesn't have a waist measurement. You can see I didn't take any measurement of the waist. The measurement I took is just the shoulder measurement, the armhole measurement, the bust measurement, then the full length. The next thing I'll be doing here is to cut it out. So this is it. I've cut it out. The next thing I mean here is to cut out the neck. So I'll be cutting out the neckline. For the style, it has a standing collar, so the neck will not be too wide and it will be too low. So you have to be careful with the neck that has a collar or a standing collar. So the wideness of the neck I'll be using here, I'll be using 2.5 inches for the wideness of my neck here. Then the deepness of the front neck, I'll be using 2 inches, and of the back neck, I'll be using 1.5 inches. So you can see this is 1.5 inches for the back neck, and this is 2 inches for the front neck. So the next thing that we mean here is to cut it out. So after cutting out the back neck, before you can cut out the front neck, you have to open it. When you open this, I'll remove the inner one, then put it back before I cannot cut out the front neck. So this is the front, and since there's an opening at the front that has a button, so I have to divide this area into 2. The center, I'll divide it into 2. It has a button at the front. So after that, I'm done with the body. The next thing I mean here is to cut out the sleeve. So I'll be using this for the sleeve. I cut it out from the pieces that remain from the one we cut out from the body. So now this is 2 already. I'll be folding it into 4, exactly like the folding of the dress. So you can see it. It's like a cone flake. for it to bring out the shape of the sleeve you are seeing on the screen. You can see. So this is into 4 places. So now this is the sleeve. I'll be drawing like an else for the arm. So then you take the measurement. You can see this is 11 inches. It's okay for this sleeve I'll be using. So the length of the sleeve here is 14 inches. This is 14 inches. With the seam allowance I'll be using 15 inches. 15. Then I'll be cutting it out. So now this is the sleeve. So the next thing that we mean here is to cut out the straight part of the sleeve that we have is smoking over. So this is the straight part of the sleeve, and the length I'll be using is 14 inches with a seam allowance of 1.5 inches, making 15 inches. So now I'll cut it out. So now this is it. This is 15.5 inches. You can see there is going to be a smoking over that. I'm going to shrink it together like this. So now this is the flare part of the sleeve. This is straight that is going to have a smoking over. So after you smoke this area, then you now pleat this around here. You can see then it will puff out.